Hello everyone, and today I'll be playing My Burning Passion. And today we're playing as Dante, who is a werewolf who falls in love with the light of the sun or the sun itself. I'm not sure which one. He has an interesting taste. Let's start. Oh, the good sound. I don't know what that sound is. It sounds like talking, but I was thinking it sounded like something else to me. Sometimes stories of love can be found in the most unlikely of places. This is one of those stories. Feel like I'm setting up an expectation of a profound romance. Wouldn't expect that much if I were you. But let me set the scene. Okay. An Italian restaurant, a likely location for a heartfelt love story to begin. Of course not, but who am I to judge? Here we find Craig, passed out cold on one of the tables. His cheek is stuck to the laminated plastic cover. It's all gummy. Music, it feels like we're at a club than a restaurant. The one person who was standing on the table. Also, this person's passed out. Oh, look, he's coming around. What? Where am I? How did I get here? Greg has a tendency to talk to himself. Wait, my name is Dante. Dante, son of Sparta? Call me that or don't talk to me at all. Dante has a tendency to talk to himself, but we can excuse that. This song? He's just come to the Italian restaurant, unsure of where he is or how he got here. These details are unimportant. What matters now is, what will he do next? No, that's actually very important. Seriously, how did I get here? I remember running through the forest on all fours, my fur blowing in the wind, my breath heaving in my lungs. The moonlight shining on my... Dante gasped. The moon? Oh, okay. Calm down. He extricates himself from the sticky laminated tabletop and runs over to the window. I can't believe he's followed me here. My toxic ex-boyfriend. Your ex-boyfriend's the moon? He angrily gesticulates at the moon. How dare he, after what he did to me, shunting me out of my werewolf form and forcing me to be human. Up until recently, Dante has been in a beautiful, passionate relationship with the moon. Moon has been Dante's silent companion. His ever-present confidant, his view, his lover, his everything. Until he cheated on me. Dante slams his hands on the windows, tears pulling in the corners of his eyes. How dare he turn his back on me? After all we've been through, after how vulnerable I was with you. That's how you choose to treat me? You threw away years of my love and affection. You should really go sit down and contemplate in silence, Dante. You look desperate. You should slam on the restaurant's window more to get the moon's attention. Yeah. Dante's hands are tensed against the glass. I don't appreciate you telling me what to do. I can deal with my grief as I see fit. Oh, Moon, how could you do this to me? Completely ignoring his own reluctance to follow my advice, Dante smashes his hand against the windows again, this time with enough force to nearly shatter them. Nearly, thankfully. His consistent slamming has caught the attention of the waiter. Can I help you find a table, sir? I have a table. Leave me to sulk in despair. I'm sorry, sir, but I can't have you stand here if you're not going to order anything. Hand me a spaghetti bolognese. Manners, Dante. Please? The waiter leaves and Dante finally returns to his laminated table. He scans the room filled with plebeians, of course. Nobody important enough to draw his attention. There's a couple televisions on the walls. One of them is turned to a news channel talking about... News is boring. I never cared about the real world. It doesn't affect me, so I shouldn't have to think about it. Okay, if you say so. The other TV screens cycles through a slideshow of images. None of them have any cohesion with one another. A photograph of Albert Einstein, an MS paint drawing of a house on a hill, one of Roger Hargreaves' drawings of Little Miss Naughty, and who is that gorgeous creature? The sun? So it's literally the sun? Dante's mouth drops open as he observes the most radiant image he's ever seen. The subject has luscious lips, wide, curious eyes, cherubic cheeks, a beautiful yellow-orange glow. A brighter glow than even a moon. A woo-ka? What a hottie. Soon enough, the emoji image of the sun is replaced by a photographer of a child drinking from a water fountain. Dante could feel his heart pounding, his eyes widening, his neck sweating. He was smitten. The sun is the one for me, I can feel it. I'll do whatever it takes to woo my new love. I want to know that I don't encourage this. I think this is a poor idea. Besides, if you couldn't keep the moon, what makes you think you'll pull off the sun? He won't want you. Best ignore him and move on, I'd say. No, no, I refuse. He's the one. I feel it in my intestines, in my groin. I don't need to know what you feel in your groin. Nobody does. Please keep that to yourself. I really can't encourage this. You know what? You're right. You did make the moon fall for you, I guess. Exactly. I've done it before. I can do it again. I know I can. You can't hear me sigh, but know that I am. Deeply. Your spaghetti bolognese, sir. The waiter placed Dante's order onto the laminated table. It makes a slightly sticky sound. Thank you. Good. You remember your manners this time. He inhales the plate of spaghetti bolognese with the speed and efficiency only possible by a starving werewolf, human form aside. The plate literally licked clean. Dante leans back with a heavy sigh. He feels movement in his intestines. And not in the good kind of way. Uh-oh. I'll take that as a sign that it's time to head home. Dante's home can hardly be qualified as a home. Oh. Instead, it is an abyssal roadside motel that stinks of phantoms and asbestos. He makes the excuse that after his pledge to the holy glow of the moon, he did not need a fancy domain. His attempts to be humble are undermined by the water stains in the walls outside his door and the broken windows of the rooms on the first floor. I can hear them sometimes, nasty couples having unprotected yaks in compromised positions. Ugh, makes me sick just thinking about it. But don't think about it. Dante must climb the steps to the second floor. His rooms have always been cheaper, because the trek up those stairs is an epic climb around heinous rots of bird poop. But our Dante was a wolf before the moon broke his heart. He knows his way around the dirt. Shit, where are my keys? Dante shifts around in his pockets as he approaches room 222. It takes him a few moments before his nails scratch against his keychain, a rubber figure of an anime girl with blue pigtails. There we are. He fumbles his keys. They missed the hole at least 5 times. This is not the only hole he has fumbled. Okay. But he finally forces the key in and turns the door. Hell yeah, we're back home. It's very, very dirty. It makes one vomit just thinking about being in this room. Oh, he changed it. Dante X Boone is son forever already? The carpet has not received a good wash in about 2 months. The television echoes a dangerous hum of electricity. Commercials for wrestling events scroll past. Wrestling, I see. Pay-per-view 18+. That's not wrestling. Cans of shitty beer and shittier soda are scattered across every surface that isn't the floor. Clothes are thrown into small piles like nests for small pups. Dante is not a small pup, at least not anymore. A very beautiful, very touching abstract painting hangs above the bed. Beautiful indeed. The bedding has been ripped off the bed, exposing stained yellow sheets on the mattress underneath. Dante throws his keys onto the bedside table and commits a cardinal sin. He trips onto the bed with his outdoor clothes still on his back and his shoes still on his feet. Dante needs his food to settle. He wants to be a tummy ache survivor. God, I can't believe my ex followed me to the Italian restaurant. He doesn't want me back already, does he? I feel like this is all a one-sided relationship for him. Are you insane? He doesn't want you anymore. You know I'm Egamon, though. He wants you back. In a way that makes me excited. But why did he leave me in the first place? I gave him my life. As the moon changed me, I let him give me sexy body hair and a sharp jawline. And these canines, all of this was for him. Is he trying to play hard to get? Is he toying with me? Heh, well, that's too bad, kiddo. I already have another babe on my radar. Dante is, of course, talking about the sun. The sun in his radiant glory with those rays that outshine the surrounding stars. The sun whose messages always come 8 minutes too late, but somehow that's romantic, that's endearing. The sun with a smile strung by its own flares. God, he's so hot. Well, literally, too. Now I'm all pent up. He was getting pent up in an area of the body higher than where he expected. Oh, his stomach. His stomach was making knots of itself. The Bolognese was catching up to poor Dante. Shit, I'm going to be sick. Dante jumps off the bed with the vigor of a racehorse and beelines it to the bathroom. And for the next half hour, Dante groans guttural sounds while trapped in the darkness of the bathroom. What was in that spaghetti? The design of the motel is so stupid that the light must be turned on from the outside. Dante, as a product of his own haste, must shit his guts out in a world without light of his ex or his new crush. But that's a good thing. How embarrassing must it be for you to keep the doors open and the lights on in the most vulnerable moments of your life? In front of your crush, the glorious, beautiful sun. Dante continues his sounds, each of which sounds increasingly like the messy inside of a disgusting horror film. And when the relief finally comes, the shit has happened and the toilet gets flush. Dante washes his hands. It's a miracle. He opens the door with the afterglow on his cheeks and the glow of the sun in his face. The sun, my darling? What are you doing here? The curtains are drawn open and the sun, in his beautiful glory, is right outside Dante's apartment. I'm sorry, I didn't want us to meet like this. But you came all this way to see me. How did you know I was thinking about you? I guess this is fate, right? Our stars have crossed. What's that? The sun seems to be shining at Dante. You want me to come outside and talk? Sure. The front door gives a loud echoing creak as Dante slowly opens it. We have the sun and moon are together. And they want him to join in, I don't know. Oh, it's really there. The light of his new lover is so bright, so all-encompassing. It's nearly blinding. No, it is blinding. My beloved. Dante is ecstatic, possibly beside himself with glee. I, however, recognize that the sun is far larger than normal. Dante, I told you to listen to the news earlier. The sun is... Oh! It's exploding! I can feel my passion being returned. I can feel the heat, the ecstasy. Dante is sweating buckets now, even more than usual, which is unfortunately saying something. I haven't been covered in fur until recently. One can excuse some hyperhidrosis. One cannot excuse, however, an unwillingness to go inside when your skin is extremely close to being burned clean off. You need to have some semblance of self-preservation, even if you let the rug gather asbestos for 2 months. Try to tell him so in a way that he'll understand. He's kind of slow, so how are we gonna do this for him? Promise you, Dante, the sun does not care about you. He's only going to hurt you. You know what? Maybe there's a way for you and the sun to coexist. You know what? Maybe there's a way to coexist. Some toxic relationships are able to improve and get better. Usually once one party realizes that the pain isn't worth it and leaves. And they both learn and grow from the experience, in the best case scenarios. That's what I'm saying, Wait, toxic, how dare you? How can you still not see how perfect we are for one another? The sun's warm embrace will fix the hole left in my soul from that frigid moon. Maybe you are perfect for one another, but you're so blinded by your own limerence. Dante is well and truly burned now. His mass-produced polyester nylon blend sweater is melting off in his chest. Come to me, my love. Come take me in your embrace. I think it's time to see myself out. There's nothing more I can do here. Some people can't see what's right in front of them, even when it's burning their retinas. Poor Dante. Remember how I said not to expect a profound romance? Yeah, I think you'll agree I was right. Is that it? There are 2 other options, so I'll just see what his response is in the end for those other 2. Okay, let's say Dante, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're quite literally about to die. You're just about to be burned completely along with the rest of the world. You have to get inside and save yourself. Our love is worth the pain. If you make it through this, we'll be so much more stronger. It's going to be all worth it, you'll see, so it's just delusional. Okay, come to me, my love. Come take me in your embrace. Yeah, Hey, and let's try this first one. Let's say the sun doesn't care about you at all, Dante. He won't. You don't know him like I do. You just met him today. The moon ruled the night. He was cold and dark and calculating, but the sun is warmth and light in every way. He'd never do what the moon did to me. He never changed me like the moon did. Okay, he's just delusional in the end. So that is the end of my burning passion. Dante, heartbroken, decides to move on to the sun from the moon. But obviously, the sun doesn't care about him. He's just delusional. I'm just thinking the moon didn't even date him. He was just being in his relationship with the moon and sun one-sidedly on his part. Maybe because he's a werewolf, which is why he was attracted to the moon. I don't know. He's just a delusional weirdo. That's what Dante is in the end. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.